in this service startup. So if you go into service startup, you have automatic, delayed, manual and disabled. So here we are trying to understand about these services. So if you look at Windows, right, you have so many services running which will make it Windows. If you go into Linux also, you will have so many services running. So any operating system will run a service in the background. If an application is running, that means it is a service in the background. OK, so these are the services which are installed on your machine. Do you want the service to start automatically or you want to trigger this service? All these kind of things you are mentioning here. Startup type. The moment you power on the machine, it should come up automatically. Then you mention this one. You don't want manually also to start the service. You can disable a particular service. You can say you have two automatics. One is automatic and automatic delayed start. So if you look at delayed start, you have dependencies for any service. OK, so it will wait for dependencies to start. Then this particular service will get started. OK, does it make sense, guys? Guys, did you understand or you want me to explain it on a picture?
Explain, sir.
OK. OK, concentrate again, guys. So if you look at any operating system, let it be Windows or Linux, you will have multiple services which will be running for your applications to work. OK, so you want a particular service to come up automatically or you want to trigger the service. So if you have an application, will your browser be running automatically? You will not have your browser running automatically. What will you do? You go here and double click, then your browser will start, right? But will you do anything for this time to start on your machine? This calendar, this time will always be running in the background, right? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
In the same way, if you want any particular application to start automatically, you don't have to go and say, if you want to open this browser, you go and double click on this one. But if you don't want a particular service for user to go and click, you can configure this startup. So you have three options. One is so you have automatic, disable, manual. So these other things you will normally not control. OK, don't worry about these two. So if you look at automatic, disable and manual, in automatic again you have two things. First, let's talk about automatic. Say you have configured automatic, then the moment your machine is powered on and it is in ready state, this service will come online. OK, but say you have configured this service as automatic delayed. Say this is a front end service, maybe a web service. Normally, a web service will be dependent on few other services. Okay, let's leave this. Say maybe this is dependent on database and DNS. Say this service has dependency on these two services. So this service will wait for these two to come online. Then this one will come online. Do you understand difference between automatic and automatic delayed?
Yes, sir.
Now, manual. If I configure a particular service as manual, then though my machine is on, it will not do anything. I can go and trigger that application and then it will come online. If I close the application, it will go offline. My machine booting and shutting down will not affect this service. I have to manually trigger the application. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So if I configure a particular service as disabled, it will be disabled. I can't even manually start. Okay. Say if I configure this as disabled, I will not get an option to start till I configure it as manual or automatic. Okay. That's all. Simple. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let's try and understand IIS. So you have instructions here. On how to configure IIS. So servers and roles, web server IIS. And include all the applicable features and all that. And then we will complete the installation. Okay. So what is this IIS? Do you guys have any idea? It is web server, guys. Okay. Let me stop and start recording so that this video will go into that.